G2A Arbiter of the Damned is finally here, and joining me on the set as per usual is our lovely esteemed colleagues at High Risk Studios. We have Fisherman at the end, AJ in the middle, and Chuck towards me. And we'll be taking you through a very, very large patch overall. It may take a little bit of a while because we've got plenty of content to actually show you off here today. And as always, we do have Pom Pom with us. Pom Pom.
Hello.
How's it going?
Guys. Yeah, I had an upgrade recently, and we've reverted.
Yeah, just
as we tend to do.
Sounds like our balance team then, right?
I liked the old Pon Pon, or last week's Pon Pon.
I enjoyed last week's Pom Pom, to be fair. He said a few more of his catchphrase lines a little bit more often. It was very, very useful.
It was well done.
Well,
he made less mistakes.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, you crashed the game twice.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah, you did, Pon. Yeah, you did.
Crashing the game twice is a lot less than how many times you usually crash it, Pom. Are you ready for today?
Yeah, I'm ready. I actually just bought the voice pack for the new thing we're going to talk about today.
I like how he referred to himself in the third person there.
Well, let's go into it, and we'll start things off with Odyssey items first of all. And we'll start it off with the Bones Collection bonus with Baron Frostchild Ymir is going to be in the game this week with his It's a Cello, correct?
Yes, it is a cello.
Just wanted to check. Good. I thought it was like a giant violin just because Ymir is a very big guy.
I gotta say, I fought very hard for the cello.
Chuck was the champion of the cello.
I was.
We got the cello sound effects, bonking people and stuff. We'll get in there. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's magic.
I like that he's even doing like the rich guy pinky when holding his bow.
Oh yeah, he's very fancy.
It's a very interesting one here overall. I do hear feedback on our end at the moment, by the way. I'm not sure why that feedback's coming through to us, but I hope it's not going out to stream, the repeat of our conversation a few seconds earlier. But if it is, I apologize. We'll get that technical issue dealt with soon. But I do like the cello is covered in ice still as well. It's like it's ripped it out over here as well, Chuck, out of the ice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's frosty.
That's crazy.
Well-tailored suit too.
Looking great, Ymir.
Quick fix. Don't worry, we'll be back in the game in a second. We're just going to organize
I can watch patch
and repeat because that's awful. It's bad enough to hear me the first time round anyway. It is going to be a very long patch because we do have a lot of things coming to you this patch as well. And so hopefully when we go back into game, we can show you off the animations as well.
Got his spats on and his
Yo, the skin is fucking epic. What the hell?
I mean,
wait, is this? This is not Source, is it?
Ice Giant, that's for sure.
Oh, this is Source.
He's so gentlemanly. Yeah.
And this is a collection bonus reward, correct? In this,
bro, I'm about to run this skin all day because that's all I play in competitive now.
Looking over items inside the Odyssey, and you'll have this guy as well. Don't worry, you will hear sound eventually.
I forgot I was here. I was reading the fucking tweet logger.
Back, what you expect?
Yeah, man.
Well, they didn't change the abilities at all.
Production immediately blamed me, and it wasn't me.
It was you. It was you.
I mean, it's
Everyone
just a
just
likely
assumes.
choice, though. We have to exhaust our options.
We need a shirt.
You just said less bugs.
Bam.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Pon Pon's gonna make all the sounds now.
Yeah, make
that'll
the sounds,
work.
Pon.
Yeah, you can just.
Actually, the music is just gonna be on the whole time you play the skin.
I guess so. It's just that epic.
Dramatic AF.
For sure.
Perfect.
I like our rendition of it, actually.
It's almost like I've heard that music 1,000 times that I knew exactly what the lyrics were going to go to it. Massive amounts of lyrics.
I do like the music notes.
Music notes on his basic attack are key.
I mean, you're hitting someone with a cello, so he should make musical notes, right?
He's got kind of like a beast thing going on when he goes into his ultimate too. He's like, you can't handle it.
What are you doing now, Pog?
I'm just making minions stop spawning.
It was ALG coach. Is it still cardiac?
It'll overload everything and crash me.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So what are they doing? Like, are they just gonna keep showing this?
The map will just fill up with minions.
Apologies for the delays, guys. We're just going to get you the sound working. Surely we'll do the same.
Minor technical difficulties.
Did he just say I would do the same? What the fuck?
The Ymir top hat skin is one we've been rolling around for a while.
if you guys want, you can tweet blame Pon, and we'll actually get it fixed that much faster.
Yeah, if you tweet #BlamePawn.
The mod tweets that.
No, the Vent's tweet longer is for most part very, very true. I don't agree to. I don't agree to the yelling. I could see how for him it was toxic, but pretty much scrims came down to our sidelines lost every single game before we could get into a group fight or like group up, or it was time to group up. And it happened, I don't know, like 6 matches in a row. So me and Stealth were getting very frustrated. So pretty much all of what he said is true. I just don't agree. I don't think it was ever actually yelling. I think everyone could pretty much agree to not yelling. I know Stealth definitely didn't yell. We were just very frustrated because we would win mid combo and then lose our side lanes, and then the game was over.
This one to you as well, and it's one of the exclusive content items that will be available through it.
Very cool stuff.
This is a very unique ward compared to anything else. This is the first
time we got a new ward, boys and girls.
Actually, I mean, I guess the Pantheon one is maybe the closest, that it changes based on which Pantheon you have equipped. So this ward skin will display through these 4 tiers depending on how many Odyssey points you have.
Oh shit! It has a. That's pretty cool actually.
So whoever places it,
it's like upgrading ward skin
for the whole game, and everybody else will see that ward. But you know, you leave the game, you buy another skin, you can see the next version.
So it progresses from the left-hand side all the way to the right-hand side as you unlock more content.
Turn upstream, okay.
Right, and these are, this is the demonic pact skin. This is a little bit of a theming with our tier 5 skin, a little bit, giving you guys the flavor and the art style of what's to come.
There's also very elaborate effects treatment on this particular item too, which is not visible here.
Oh, has it got like flashes and spins or anything like that?
I think it's those.
Does it got effects on it? It's got like fire and like a magic circle.
Listen,
it shoots disco balls and rainbows.
What a black.
I special effects. All I look like, oh, does it flash? Does it spin? That's all I care about for the most part. If it does those 2 things, I'm down.
Right.
Well, we can see the one in game maybe if Pon has it ready.
That'll be our next ward, flashy spinner.
We don't have any in-game stuff for the time being, so we've got a couple of tech issues to go through. So what I will do is
tech issues?
Advancing this broadcast for the time being. We'll move on to a little bit further ahead past the skins. We'll come back to them momentarily, and we'll move on to what I actually leaked earlier on today is the achievement section. That's right, for you guys at home that knew about it. Vamana is getting some achievements. You all love it at home, really. Vamana, baby smash as Vamana, get a triple kill using your ultimate. That's actually not that easy, guys.
No, that's not.
That's not
triple kill.
Triple kill.
No,
journey on your game
during the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean you do move a little bit quicker overall. You know, you're the fastest moving god in the game, but
I mean you better go sprint curse ult if you really want that one. You know, just go all in on it.
Gonna have to do that, but after that as well, you've also got out of my way as Vamana knock up 3.
I don't go dynasty play Helm on Athena anymore.
Easier one.
That one's very easy. So you can get
like
one of the
1,000 times easier.
I mean, I don't know about 1,000 times. You gotta check your numbers.
I don't know how many triples you get, but
no.
Show me the note.
I got one the other day.
Please.
And some guy stole my quadra.
Doing your ultimate?
But it was an assault match, and I don't know. I don't remember.
And after that, that's your only achievement this week, just so you guys at home know as well. What I will mention is last week on the miscellaneous section, we did miss a few things off.
That's right. Yeah, good point.
Bro,
version 2.0.
For all the I gotta mute them for a second. This is for all the bullshit that happened this week. I got fucking great grades on like 4 very, very important projects and tests. So I don't give a fuck about anything else. My week is good. Okay, we can go back to patch notes
and
now.
Test abilities against each other. One of you can step onto the pad and become part of the enemy team. You guys can fight. You can test.
What if you don't have a friend?
If
fucking
you do not
so
have a friend,
happy
you
now,
can,
man.
Go to Twitter or our Smite or Twitch and find somebody to party up with.
So that's where you get your friends from, AJ.
Sure, you know, whoever.
Ah,
of course.
I see.
Boom! Dude, good news. More good news. I fought the guy who tried to take the $75 back, and I won. He doesn't get his $75 back because he's a fucking liar. Woo! Let's go. Let's fucking go, bro. All that's left, getting through Gauntlet, and then we'll worry about Super Regionals. And we end the week the way it's supposed to be. Let's fucking go.
Not noticed as well. I'm going to save some time as well. Don't forget that Copacabana skin is on sale in the chest right about now, so make sure you go and do that while you're waiting for the next.
We had one more change last patch that we forgot to mention as well.
Oh yeah.
And that is the pet timers.
Ooh.
So now over the top of pets' heads near their health bar, you will see a black and white timer bar that will wind down over the duration of the pet. So you can use this to judge how long Bastet cats are still going to be alive chasing you, you know, decide whether or not you want to fire abilities on them or just ignore them.
So you can see the actual cooldown of it.
Everybody will be able to see how long the pets are lasting. This is going to work on clay soldiers, arachne spiders, new up pets, etc.
Okay, so if we cut back to Pompon's picture right now, you'll see he's moved because we've forced him to go and fix the issues in the back room, and now we should be able to bring you the skins once more. So if we go back to Ymir, we should be able to do it.
I'm excited to hear this voice pack.
Is Baron and Frostchild Ymir.
Okay, that actually is an awesome looking fucking card art. Everyone got hyped because I got good grades all week, and then the guy who tried to steal $25 or $75 from me failed. So I'm happy. By the way, guys, if you ever donate and like something happens and you need the money back, just tell me and I'll refund it. That's all you gotta do. I won't ask any questions. I'll just be like, okay, and I'll refund it. So if you ever have money problems after donating to me, just tell me. Please. Don't go through fucking lying to PayPal and the government and whoever the fuck else you're banned because that's illegal.
Every family? I like my enemies like Americans like their cup of tea.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
That was for
That
you.
was good.
Shots fired.
Tina, if that was you, I love you.
That's a Tina home run right there.
That's because I fired shots out last week. That's why.
So I love this one because it's like Ymir's voice, but he's all fancy and proper now. So it's just super fun.
Hit him with the basic stuff.
Oh, do it more.
Congrats on the good
More.
grades and winning dollars. Have 3 cash monies.
Prepare yourself.
I believe our audio guys had to actually smash a cello to get that.
Thank you for the
audio.
donation, man. Dude, I have sound all the way up. There's
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys should be able to hear.
It's a minor price to pay.
I'm not even
Now
talking.
this is the bonus collection.
He
item
said,
that
"I
you
like
mentioned,
my
but we
enemies like
should
I
be able
like
to
my
move on
tea." Weak.
To the next one, which is Igneous Terror. Which will be
Cost of
available.
skin plus
Is it igneous? Am I saying that right?
cost of 1
Yes,
cello.
igneous. It's a type of rock that forms from molten.
I thought it was, but I don't know.
Oh
sometimes
my
because
gosh,
the
guys.
lore and
Yo,
gods
refresh
and things
stream.
always confuse me
Everyone
the whole time.
refresh stream
Then-
right now.
Geology and science.
Dude, I just got
This
this
card
today is
is-
awesome. Look at this
I mean,
shit.
this
Look
card
at this
art just
shit, boys
turned
and
out
girls.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I love
it's
this
from
one.
Fuck you,
I
let's
thought it was, but I don't know.
go. Oh my
Because
gosh,
the
guys.
lore and
Yo,
games
refresh
like
stream.
those with a voice
Woo,
pack and,
let's
I
go.
do
We
love
got
the
weak stab,
animations and the
boys.
abilities on this one for sure as well.
Yeah, this is great. We want Tara. You know, she's very helpful and kind, and even her lore. You know, she's kind of the mother
gotta
of all
refresh
there, so we're like
stream.
angry.
And this
molten
skin is
Tara just, like,
awesome. This Terra
worked
skin is
across the board
epic.
for us.
Not
Everybody was
helping.
super
What
fan
is
of
this?
one.
Let's
Basically,
go.
Less
angry mother.
friendly.
Yeah, a lot less friendly overall here. Was it very difficult to like have an iterated Chuck into this sort of form based off what she was originally?
It was a little tricky, but
You
I don't know.
You have to refresh, guys. You got to refresh.
we definitely changed up the personality a little bit. I think the color of everything came out really nice, and I don't know. It's a very cool, very different skin for her. So.
Say this though, she looks hot.
Oh yeah.
Fishman. Someone had
Damn,
to go
son.
there.
4
Well,
months
we should be able to show
already.
some abilities as well now. On top of that, the first one, I love these walls. by
Oh,
the way.
yeah.
Just leave the walls up. Don't even
Oh.
crush them. Don't even crush.
That explode though.
It looks just like the fire giant pit. Is what it reminds me of.
I want to see him slam them together again now though.
Now also
Look at that
notice
magma. Just
her lava changes color based on her state.
Does it?
oh her skin. To
Yeah.
reflect the base Terra actually grows some spikes when she has her passive activated. This Terra has a color change in the lava when she has her passive activated. So see, it's very different white, orange, yellow when her
yeah.
passive is activated, and then when the walls go away, we go back to red.
She
Awesome.
brightens up.
So if she's yellow, she can't be knocked up.
What's that?
Oh,
Look at the
What's
lava.
that we see there?
We got a sweet molten puddle.
the liquidy effects really worked.
I do like
That Terra skin is one of the best
Those look
skins
fantastic.
they've put out in a long time,
You'll
dude.
kind of see, but it's got rocks around you, so you can see the passive. That if you get hit 4 times, those rocks will be consumed, and then
That
it'll
skin
give you a heal
is
as well.
so good. Holy shit.
And then the voice pack as well, I believe.
Yes!
Thank you.
Woo! You rock! I can make you disappear for good. Yeah! Keep it up! Attack left lane! Defend middle lane! I wouldn't think of doing anything stupid if I were you. I was lava before I was cool.
Oh gosh.
They've been checking out these firearms all day. I am so hot on Tinder right now. I've been matching all day.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
The classic jokes. That is going to be Igneous Terror. That's going to be part of the Odyssey with the voice pack obviously included. And next up,
Oh yeah.
This one's so good.
High
hype.
Noon.
Yes. It's
Oh
This by far
shit.
looks like one of the best card arts I've seen in a while. Just
Look at the
because
little
of
birdie.
how fun
Look at
looking
the
it
owl,
is.
got a story,
or whatever it
too.
is.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's an
exactly.
owl,
You
but
got
it's
a
a
snake.
bird of
You
some
gotta
sort.
rob
Rob
what's
the
happening.
stagecoach.
We are going to
Throw me, Grover.
Hands in the sky.
Well, let's go into game. You can see what Grover
Oh
Cactus
my
actually looks
gosh.
like in all his glory.
Oh, it's the.
I thought we were going to
Man,
close up with something
Pond
different
just went
there, but
right
yeah.
in there on the
Went
bird.
Bro, that
straight
skin
into
is
the
so
bird.
That was
good.
amazing.
Sharp today.
And I love the way Sylvanas just dances
This is
around.
Guardian
He's not
skin
even worried
patch.
about being pricked.
Oh
That's
no.
all.
He is immune to cactus spikes.
Got some
Has got a
Here's
picture.
your
heavy,
scarring.
heavy
Completely.
calluses at this point.
Completely. Well,
Chaps.
So this skin has been kind of hanging around, potentially occurring in the pipeline forever.
That skin is
And
so
we
good.
actually, this was actually way more of an effort than you would ever think.
Why was it so difficult?
Just getting the guy to have the character of the concept and still work with what Sylvanas was doing, and then we didn't have any leaves, and sometimes he jumps into the leaves, and you know, it's just
he throws dynamite.
There was just a lot to it, making
I'm
sure
switching
that
to. I'm a
fell
support
into
now.
place for it to.
He's also two characters, right, Chuck? Like
yes, he is throwing dynamite because this skin is dynamite, and on top of that, because his auto attacks are AOE, it kind of makes sense that it is dynamite he's throwing.
Bro, this is one of the best skins in the game.
An Acon.
Hands down.
That's a good question. Why is his passive meter
We don't
not a
skin
cactus?
passive meters.
we do not. Yes.
So
historically,
now his tree that he plants is a cactus. The greatest question is, why isn't there a sound when the dynamite explodes? You're gonna have to take a look at that.
Audio, guys. You know, we
all
audio is
audio
still in development. Sometimes when we come on the show, audio is not all finished yet.
It's not
so
done.
a couple audio will still be streaming in, but.
And if you actually root an opposition here, Pom Pom, can you root the opposition? You'll see cactuses appear at the ground.
Okay, this is such a good skin, dude.
On top of that, so a little bit
Pull somebody.
That's a really powerful.
Put the RT on notice. If Chuck sees something, he will call you out on screen.
Can we make an adaptation to this for when he pulls, because he's a cactus, it will actually hurt. So
Look at that cactus.
You know,
forest. What do you call? What do you call a group of cactuses?
I don't know actually, but I love the spiny parts mixed in there too with the cacti.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, that's like saying trees, but it's a grove of trees, right? I don't know what a
sprawl of cacti.
That sounds pretty good.
A grover of cacti. That's pretty
the skin in general is awesome.
If you be quiet for a second, you can hear what he's doing during his own because he does say different lines.
But,
of course he does.
Oh man, the dynamite looks awesome.
Boy, so good.
Give me some ultimates again.
This is a stick up.
There it is.
This is a stick up.
You're crazy, man. I never miss. Aces. Attack left lane. Defend middle lane.
Oh no.
Oh, that's good.
Careful now. You don't want to see a cactus get angry. You're all hot and no cattle. Say, Grover! Does wearing boots and spurs constitute ranch dressing? I shoot my mouth off so much, I have to brush my teeth with gunpowder. Had to shoot an artist once. He looked like he was gonna draw.
He was gonna draw. Oh, quick draw joke.
Yeah, artist murder joke. I love that. That's great.
No Chucks were harmed in the making of this skin.
Just yet.
voice pack.
Anyway, well, as we always do, we also like to update mastery skins alongside skins we bring out, and that's time for Sylvanas to get his mastery update treatment, and here it is in all its glory.
Sweet card.
So there's a card out for it.
Yeah, great card.
And we should be able to show it in game shortly after. I didn't realize he had pan pipes.
He uses those.
I never realized that.
Yeah, in some of his animations on his other skins. Okay, yeah, no.
And there's a little look in game at it as well. Obviously, the abilities are still the same, but it's beautiful.
No,
as
other
always.
skin's better, boys and girls.
Papa's going to show off the other.
Other skin is amazing.
Look around at each of them. Can you throw a couple of roots of the roots out? Can you throw the saplings out just to see what they actually show like on the one animation? I just want to see if they're gold or just the fans at home will ask this question as well.
I think they're.
We usually just do basic attacks on masteries.
Sure.
Yeah, so you see the gold.
And the demon.
We occasionally, I mean, sometimes Kraken or cats or whatever have stuff, but not in this particular case.
Sylvanas looks good in that bit. Grover obviously looks like Grover, as he should be, in the same colors, but Sylvanas, like, being skin tone is very useful.
Oh, yeah.
Black leaves kind of look charred, which is cool.
Ooh.
That's an
I like the
expensive
black
tree, that's for sure.
Diamond tree. Diamond splats, too.
And following up on this mastery, there's also the Camazotz mastery that's going to be in this patch as well. Now that's some badass card.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Looking real fierce.
Camazotz needs a new skin. Fuck the mastery.
As you can see, I like the way the actual tattoos or the glyphs on his arms look in this. And I believe they actually glow in the game as well on this skin, which look fantastic on this version of the skin.
Too.
Each one.
Yeah, Camazotz was a little tricky to goldify, because making him 2 gold felt really bad.
Right. Yeah.
So figuring out the pieces, but it turned out really cool.
Is it basically working off what kind of fur he has and what fur you could change color, basically?
Yeah, he even has some like little gold flecks in his wing skin and stuff. So.
Ooh, nice. Those dark tattoos.
Alright.
Yeah, if he was all gold.
Oh, he is
like
getting the
an old Mastery
Jurassic skin. You're
Right.
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 Yeah,
So
you're right.
just we
I
we
like
did
the gold
some
accents.
experimenting, and I like the little
You really see when
hints
he
of gold
stretches
in
in
his
there.
wings. Yeah.
And then we've got the diamond version as well. As you can see, Papa's putting in for us, and Daddy glows up all diamond.
Oh yeah,
That's
He's got
actually a good
belt
diamond
as well.
skin. I like it.
diamond jewelry.
Old man
He's
came as
blinged
Simple.
out.
He killed other diamond players to get those skulls around his neck as well, by the looks of it.
Oh, of
And then
course.
shrunk them. I don't know how he shrunk diamond, but he did.
Magic.
Magic.
Bat magic. Oh, magic. Oh, come on,
I'm
Hindu.
sorry. I'm having
Oh,
a
I
bad
thought you
day.
said bad joke, and I was like, calling yourself out.
Listen, that's all I do, just call myself out. Well, next up, you want more content?
What
Here's
else
some
now?
more content for you. The Smite World Championship Digital Loot Pack is finally here. It's going to give you 1,500 gems. For just 1,500 gems, you will get all this content, and we'll
So
go
much.
through it one
Look
by
at that
one.
Hades.
We're going to see the SWC 2017 Heroine Amaterasu, the SWC 2017 Hero Apollo, the Hebe Chibi Hades, Convention 2017 Capri, SWC 2017 Ward Skin, Thunderstick Global Emote, SWC 2017 Recall Skin, one Divine Chest Roll containing a rare esports or convention skin from years past. This
1,500
gems, and we'll start things off with the Apollo SWC skin. And here he is in game.
Very
you can see
simple.
he has the SWC t-shirt on, and I believe someone told me about his card art had a trophy on it as well, but I've not actually seen that just
Oh,
yet.
maybe not that one. His
And
card
he's
art
got
is
the-
a super badass, though.
Is it?
Yes.
And he's got the logo in his little wire attachment back there.
Now, this version doesn't come with any different animations, but it is basically all to do with the Smite World Championships for this one. And you can see the camera.
This is kind of like TSM Apollo. I didn't want to say it, but
Voice pack still the same
Yeah.
as well, but he is part of the deal.
Oh, that chariot looks
He's
good.
a Smite chariot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smite chariot.
But we didn't
Smite
just
clothing.
want to do this for you. No. We also wanted to make sure that we could give you the ward skin, which Pompon should have ready, hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe ward skin.
Which ward you got?
You have to buy a
No,
ward.
No wards.
Pompon. Okay.
No.
See, Pompon's- Well, we'll get the ward skin and the emotes ready for you as well a little bit later on. So we've got the ward skin, the emote, and the recall effect. But we do also have another skin, the Amaterasu version, the 2017 version, with more added content on it than the Apollo one as well. We get a chance to show that one off. We'll look at the Amaterasu one for you, which does come with, like I said, a voice pack and some cool animations.
Yeah, the Amaterasu one is full deal.
So, so this kind of harkens back to the Ares SWC skin, which I just
Sure.
really love the color scheme of. And I liked it so much that I definitely wanted us to use it again on the SWC skins for this year. And I think it was a huge win, especially the Amaterasu skin came out really cool.
Oh, yeah. The Amaterasu skin's definitely one of the better ones here. We'll have it momentarily for you, as well as all the other effects as well. That's why we've just come out of game for a second to go through this. But this will be 1,500 gems, and you'll be able to purchase it. And here is a look.
that skin's
Amaterasu
better.
right
That
now.
skin's better. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so if I have my way, all future SWC skins
Will be this color.
will be this color scheme because it's just too cool.
Yeah, it's
really
awesome.
looks good on it.
It does, and if you actually have, when we get the abilities leveled up as well, you'll see how they look. But there is the Smite World Championship logo as well, which spins around as per usual. And that logo actually appears in some of her abilities as well, which is kind of cool and actually really easy to read when you apply it to a god, or the god knows it's on him as well.
So, oh, I love her auras.
that's sharp.
Yeah, those are cool. And these I like because they have clear
Wow.
symbolism of the effects too.
Yeah,
like this is the
those-
lightning bolt, this is
that's
damage,
awesome.
and then we got the nice cloud for speed.
And when
That's
she
so
applies a
good.
basic attack to that Odin, you'll see the passive as well apply. And underneath is the
Oh,
Smite
that's
Championship logo as
fucking
well,
good,
which I
dude.
know
Hyra's
well.
up in their game, bros.
Fancy. We've also got the 2, which is the charge up.
Ooh, I like the blue.
Look how it
shell
shakes.
effect.
I like how this symbol shakes next to her as well. The shield. that she
Okay,
has.
this
That's the
skin's
shake.
really good.
We shooting that logo.
Our team killing it.
This skin is good. You can't tell me this skin is not
Player
good.
kill.
And then we've also got the ultimate as well. You can actually see how it
The
builds.
colors
up.
are so fucking good together, dude.
Do it on a target, Pompon.
Yeah, come
you
on,
will
Pom.
see how the ultimate changes effects there. You saw just like 3 to the right, 1, then to the left, and then to the overall.
Yeah,
And the
like-
lightning bolts appear as you do charge up, just to signify that it is hitting the targets.
looks great.
But it does have a voice pack on top of that.
Yes, it does.
Let's have a listen.
Oh yeah! You are a champion! I should be picked more often. Incredible! Attack left lane! Defend middle lane! This is just a warm-up for the next game. You don't stand a chance against my sword dance. You see this sword? Yeah, it means I'm going to win. Why do they call it
booby breastplates?
Ships can't become champions.
Oh no.
That was bad.
Why do warriors make bad businessmen? They charge a lot.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this voice back,
Why
bro.
do warriors make bad businessmen?
Oh, yeah.
They charge a lot.
Tina was involved in this in no way.
Yeah, right. No chance.
Definitely not a Tina voice pack. Well,
The mirror jokes were on point.
we just want to give you those two skins, though. We also wanted to give you this one as well, the Convention Kepri 2017 one. And he reminds me of stained glass windows in a church.
I can
for
see
the most
that.
part here. With all the colors that he has involved in this.
Very flamboyant.
We
Reminds me
were
more of a
looking at actually a
unicorn.
lot of crazy colored beetles. You know, actually beetles in real life have all this crazy shell coloring with this, and especially when you get the reflectivity in there too. So we were using kind of that as inspiration, and that's where this pink and blue was just a really nice
Iridescent Fresnel effect. Yes.
iridescent
Oh,
Kepri.
wow.
He's beautiful.
The pink.
That's fucking really,
Tina
really
Enchanter
dope
said she didn't
colorway
do that.
for a
Did
god.
not do that one. Yeah, right.
Too late, she technically did.
That's right.
Just so you know, these all come part of the SWC digital loot pack that's going to be 1,500 gems when this patch does come out. You'll get all three of these skins so far that you can see, as well as other content which we'll go through as we continue. But this Kepri one is also alongside it. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
This one does
cool.
come with a voice pack, however, but he's very, very pretty in how
It's
it
a good
looks.
one,
skin.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
For
I'm gonna
just
have to-
for them
Convention
only
skins
changing
per-
colors
per
up is
standard,
so good.
no voice packs or other
Oh,
changes.
jump
just-
again.
And no one can hear you scream, Tina. We'll blame you for whatever we
yeah.
want.
We need you so we can blame you. It's very important
Yeah,
for
it's
us.
just a recolor
That's the
pretty much.
benefit
But
of
it's
BR.
a really
Yeah,
good
let's
skin
let's get to the
color.
best
Do you want to
one.
move on?
Yeah,
But we didn't
I'm
just
ready.
want to give you those three skins. We
No.
also wanted to give you Hades.
Show me
Chibi.
Hades.
Oh, Hebe
Yes.
Chibi.
Show me little baby
So
Hades.
good. Now this skin, I'm not even joking, is badass.
It's amazing.
I've been watching this, waiting for this to come out so I can show you all at home. I'm very excited that we can bring this skin to you now. Part of the digital loot ticket as well, alongside a few other little bits and pieces, which we'll try and get to as well. But tell me more about this, Chuck.
I mean,
Oh
it's cute.
my!
It's cute
Look at
Hades.
him,
Look
he's
at him.
huge.
Look how cute he is. Look how cute his little
Bro,
cloud is.
oh
Love
my
the cloud.
fucking
His effects are
goodness.
amazing.
To be clear as well, he is exactly the same size as the Hades model in game, but chibi version, so he's bigger. Is the reason for that? So
His proportions
big,
are
yeah.
chibatized.
when I first
Is that
saw
a-
him,
is that a word?
when I
Chibatized.
first saw
Oh,
him, I
it is
thought,
now.
is he going to be really tiny? Like
Bro,
LeBron? And I'm like, oh,
I'm
that'd be
playing
really cool to
Hades
face against him,
only.
but nope.
They
he's
need to do
still
this to all the
giant and
gods.
Proud, and we can actually show off his. He's got a great voice pack and he's got great animation too.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't want to create any
Look at
gameplay
it.
confusion by,
Yep.
so we made sure he ultimately came out as the same size
You
as
did
Hades.
make
I love those
gameplay
cloud
confusion
effects.
though. Just so you know, you
Yeah,
have
they're
made
so
gameplay
cool.
confusion because Hades is going to get played now.
I know, right? He's gonna get played a lot,
Yes, he is.
and people will realize how good he is now. Maybe.
This is like a glimpse of an art style almost from a different game, like a Smite that might have been. It's very cool.
the past
Definitely
is
twist on
nice.
anything else we've
Might
done.
have been.
Smite. Oh man, we're on a roll with the bad jokes today.
And we're equally bearing the burden, too. It's like no one's just dropping them all.
Have you noticed that Ghost Trail does follow
It
him
has
up
like
in
a
cartoon
cartoony
animation,
look.
which is
Pretty cool.
fantastic.
That's
The
standard
smoke?
for Hades skins.
The smoke behind
But
him,
still,
it
it
looks
looks so much
cartoony. It's
better.
awesome.
Not gonna lie.
I love it. They did a fucking good job, dude.
Oh no, he's
Iron is
scared.
killing it so far this patch.
And also,
Now the
And
Odin-
before they nerf like all the best
really
items in the
Odin.
game.
hard to chibatize characters.
Odin's
Yeah,
moonwalking.
as we learned at this point that it's hard to cheapatize characters, but it's so worth it, Chuck.
Yeah. Oh no, this skin is so fun.
Can we chibi more?
I mean, if this one does well, you know, and everybody loves it, we'll look into it.
It better do well, Chuck. 'Cause oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh!
Yes.
They're all having
More.
such a good time.
More.
Okay.
More. Oh,
All right, I need 1,500 gems. Let's go.
Oh
If
man.
you go quiet for a second and do it one more time, you can hear the laughter of Hades as well.
The Hebe.
There's different versions as well,
Heebies.
John. The other
Oh
one's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
One more ultimate. One more before we do the voice pack.
Those ghosts are
Yep.
so cute.
I love the ghosts.
They
And
look so friendly. It's going
they-
to be so frustrating
they are
when they
friendly
kill you.
if they're on your team. Another voice pack, please.
But you can't really hold it against
Woohoo! Every Everything is awesome! Oh, bravo! Yeah! Am I cool or what? Attack left lane. Defend middle lane. Give in now,
Laggy,
and I
it's
will
okay.
allow you a penniless death. I meant to say painless death. Follow me to the underworld. We have cool people. Think of the most horrible thing you can think of, and multiply it by 6, because that's me. Soul searching my entire life. I ended up finding a soulmate, but she was just so Persephone. Huh?
Wow.
He even goes, huh, at his own joke.
Yeah, he's kind of a cheeky version of Hades. Yo, he has a dance. Yeah, he's had a dance mode that's been around for a while. Let's just see the cute one dance. That'll be great. he's gonna camera it for us. I have a feeling. Yeah, Pawn, you the man.
As I said earlier, this will be available in the SWC Digital Loot Pack for 1,500 gems, alongside Apollo, as well as Amaterasu, as well as Capri. And then we can actually show you the ward skin, as well as the recall effect as well. So we should be bringing this to you now. The ward skin on the ground there, as you can see, in all its glory.
Board. Very nice.
The electrical.
We did it, boys.
I don't like that word skin. I've never liked the world's word skin.
And there's the recall animation for you as well. That will be part of the digital loop pack.
That's a cool one.
This one's great.
Wow, yeah.
I really enjoy this one.
Guess where he's going? World Championship.
Or back to base.
We don't have the sound for that one. But the sound is actually a work in progress anyway, guys, just as a heads up. But there is the Thundersticks emote as well that you actually just saw.
Let's see the Thundersticks one more time.
Thundersticks.
We've been doing so much work on SWC content that we're not even done.
That's right. But the thing is, Chuck, the patch isn't even out yet. So that's the main thing. This is a pre-show to the patch coming out.
It will be done. Oh, okay.
So that's how it's going to be with that. So just a quick rundown. The other thing that was in there that we did mention was the Divine Chest Roll. Can we actually just bring up that screen for the guys at home? Because everyone will probably still be asking exactly what you get in that. I'd like to see the overarching of everything that's involved here. So you will get in this pack for 1,500 gems, 2 SWC 2017 skins, one of Amaterasu and one of Apollo, Heebie Chibi Hades, Convention Capri, the ward skin that you just saw, the Thundersticks Global Emo with finished effects, just so you know, SWC 2017 recall skin, and a Divine Chest Roll as well that will also have in it some additional things that weren't in it before, such as some of the rarer skins of the esports or convention skins from the past year. Very, very worthwhile overall. If you don't agree, you suck.
Oh, wow. Savage.
Oh my gosh,
Hindu is savage, living up to his nickname.
Chat knows me. There's no reason for me to, like, beat around the bush about
I think the community knows how savage you are by now.
They know.
It's just part of it.
And you're bush beating.
And we love it.
I love beating bushes. That's just the way it is.
I don't.
Well, next up,
that's where we drop that.
We're up to 30 minutes into the patch notes. We just got through skins, but it's time for our favorite part of the show, where me and Pompon bring you all the lovely stuff from the balance this week. Pompon, are you ready?
Please don't fuck this up.
Are you ready, though,
please.
Pompon? Are you ready, Pompon?
Looking back there, because I had to do it on a different computer, that I should just do the entire balance discussion in VGS.
You could.
You just ask me questions and I just respond in VGS.
That would actually be better than your input you
No,
normally
Pon.
give me to the answers.
Pon, we gotta cut your
You
mullet,
were just
bro.
on a roll being savage today.
I'm in that zone now.
You need to calm down.
Let's just go with it. It's going to be great. Okay, so starting off this patch, we're going to start off with miscellaneous right about now. And it's going to be a spectator visual update. We're going to be updating the spectator.
Yeah, so if you are familiar with the Xbox UI, that's going to be kind of what we're transitioning towards. It's kind of unifying the broadcast, making sure we took some of the advantages we got from the Xbox UI, bringing it over to PC, so should be good.
Okay, and on top of that, we've also added initial. So we've actually got an image for that, just so you get a little look of what it will be similar to. Obviously, it's not all fleshed out right there, but a little look if you've not seen the Xbox version of Spectator before, it's going to look
a lot more similar,
like that.
It's cleaner looking, I guess.
And then also in miscellaneous this week, we're going to be adding initial support for Facebook in-game streaming.
Yeah, pretty cool. So basically, when you're in game, all you have to do is hit escape, and there'll be an option that says Facebook stream right between surrender and exit game. So stream instead of surrendering or leaving.
Hold up.
Just do that instead.
Hold up.
Why Facebook, bro?
The ability to stream between surrender and exit game.
Yeah. It's fine.
Whose idea was that?
That's fine.
Was that your idea?
It's fine.
Whoever's
There's no
idea
problem.
it was needs to be fined.
Look, people aren't going to misclick ever. When does that happen?
Between
Bro,
Surrender
Facebook
and
streaming?
of all the things to put it between.
Facebook of
streaming will be available to
everything
Now
you
it's
could
time
have
to move
done.
on to
You might as well put
items.
Vine on there, bro.
Because we were behind schedule.
It
Items
happens.
this week. Heartseeker. Yes, you all know about it. We knew about it too. We fixed the issues, Pompon, with people being able to proc the passive before they'd even use an ability.
Yeah, so this kind of triggered a new kind of rule set for us where what should proc on activation items. And so we just kind of figured out that trigger effects aren't going to proc it. Things like Mercury charges aren't going to proc it anymore. So we've resolved a lot of those cases.
Well, the second item that's going to be changed this patch is Oni Hunter's Garb. Before we even discuss the changes, what is the reason for the changes, Pom Pom?
So Oni Hunter's Garb is one of these items that gives a ton of magical protection. But it also goes away very quickly because it gives you like 10 per stack. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But it gives you a ton per stack.
Yeah.
But it also goes away from like jungle camps. It also goes away from mage basic auto attacks from like Ara in the mid lane. So we've now made it stack more. And the stacks are a little bit less worth it each one, but it actually ends up being a little bit higher in the end. There's a slight buff. Also, the protections are harder to shred and they're generated faster.
Well, here you go. It's going to have increased CCR, first of all, crowd control reduction from 15% to 20%. And also the passive now provides 10 magical protections every 6 seconds, and it's max of 5 stacks. It was previously every 10 seconds you would gain 15 magical protections, but max 3 stacks.
There we go.
So overall, an improvement to this item to bring it in line and make it more
works.
Possible.
Interesting. I don't know how much more will get picked up, but
and then finally, we've
not a bad
also got
change.
Spirit Robe, but it's getting a bit of a nerf this patch, Pom Pom. We're nerfing it from every 15 seconds it'll occur to every 10 seconds.
No, that would be a buff. We're
It's a
nerfing it
buff.
every 10 seconds to 15.
That's what I meant.
There we go.
Okay,
so flat magic protection.
Why would they buff
flat
that?
Damage protection is pretty good. It's just a very good stat. And when it was happening constantly during team fights, it was often really hard to actually play against it. You get CC'd, you get this effect on you, and then by the time they CC you again, it's basically up again. We want to have that window of opportunity where players can actually hit you for the full damage instead of the mitigated damage. And so we've increased the time that it takes for you to get that effect back.
So
that's
a
a
bit
good,
of a nerf to that one. We'll see how that
the
one
smallest
plays out.
nerf ever.
In line with the other items
That's not
as
too
well.
big of a
But
deal.
that's it for items. Now
It's not buff, guys. It got nerfed, but he read it wrong.
Let's see. Probably the one I spoiled, which is Shibalanke.
Okay, well, before we do that, we did also have one more thing that seems to have been forgotten. Bakasora got a new dance emote for all those Bakasora players out there. The dance emote is available for you in this patch as well, and hopefully we can bring you that right about now, and we can show it in game.
Oh,
he's breakdancing.
It's
That's
Eddie
great.
Gordo.
That's dope.
Yeah, just sit, spin to win, spin to win. Pom-Pom is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Did you do the animations for that? As in, did you actually have to do the green screen to make it work?
we motion captured me. I'm actually pretty good at breakdancing.
Oh, really?
If there's a GIF floating around somewhere of my awesome dance skills at one of our charity events, so it's pretty believable.
I can imagine you actually do that. We could actually, before the end of the patch, maybe we'll bring you over here to actually demonstrate that before the end of the show.
No, it was something that was patched out in my firmware downgrade, so I can't do it anymore.
See. And the facial hair came back. Well, let's go straight back to Gods then. Obviously, we saw the Bakasora dance. It's on to Chiron to start things off here, first of all. And what's the main reasons for the Chiron changes? They are buffs, but why are we buffing him?
So if we look back at Season 2, he was very, very strong. And then Season 3 kind of hit. He ate some nerfs. And the game has also changed a little bit since then. Items have come in and out. Gods have come in and out. And Chiron is currently sitting at a lower position where we'd want him to be. So we're bringing him up a little bit.
And we're going to bring him up by reducing the cooldown of his training exercise. It was 15 seconds. It now goes to 13. And not only that, Centaurus is ultimate. We're going to increase the projectile speed from 150 to 175.
Oh, that's good.
So it makes it a
That's
little
a nice
bit easier
change.
to hit that now.
Yeah, we want to highlight his aspect of the kit, which is like the training exercise is a really good cleanse. It happens more often. It's more poke. And there's ultimate. It was often really hard to hit mid and long range. Players could juke it very easily. We want to bring that difference a little bit so you can hit it a little bit more easily. And it's a little bit harder to juke.
Next up on the list is Erlang Shen.
Yeah.
Pop-on, how's Erlang Shen been doing?
Pretty good. He gets played a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Was that sarcasm, Pom-Pom?
Just a little
Was
bit.
that sarcasm?
A little bit of sarcasm.
You're learning. You're getting there. Well, he's going to have a small change this patch, and it's going to be to his pin. We're going to adjust the root and cripple duration. It used to go from 1.15 all the way up to 1.75. It's now going to be a flat 1.3.
Obviously a late game nerf, but an early game buff.
Why?
So pin is a very strong skill that you often level up very quickly because it's good poke, it's good control, and it's also good damage. And we want to just make sure that when he gets kind of out of the laning phase, he isn't bringing too much to the team fights in terms of that control. At 1.7 seconds, it was a little bit too much. Also, we also want to remove the variability when you're laning against him when he's ranking that up. We want to make sure that you have a consistent experience so you know that when you're going to get out of that root cripple effect, especially when it comes time to being ganked, that's very important to know. And so being at 1.3 seconds, you can kind of expect when it's going to end and react more appropriately.
Well, next up on the list after Erlang Shen is also going to be Freya, and it's going to be a very similar change to Freya. There's what happened to Erlang Shen. We're going to be adjusting the banish duration. It used to be 1 scaling up to 2 seconds. It's now going to be 1.5 seconds at
That's
all
a buff.
ranks.
You don't level it up till late
We're going to
anyway.
update the FX to show when banished targets will fall for you
What?
and your teammates, as well
Okay, the
as
visual
reducing
effects
the
are
mana
better.
cost from 75 at all ranks to 70.
I feel like that's a
scaling
small
down
buff to
50
Freya, dude.
as you rank this ability.
Yeah, so I'm sure players who play a lot have the experience where the Freya banishes someone, and then you sit there and you're like, maybe you're raw, and you go like, when's it going to land? When's it going to land? And you ult, and it turns out that was a rank 4 one. It was 1.8 seconds. It wasn't 1.2. Have fun missing. So we actually have now unified it, so it's 1.5 seconds at all ranks. So players can actually kind of learn when they're going to land, when they can save their teammates, or when they can try and execute that person who's banished. As well as there's now an effect that makes it very clear on the ground. There's actually a circle timer that goes underneath you that shows very clearly that, hey, banish is going to end right now.
Well, if you're a fan of physical hunters, you'll like the next change, because Hou Yi is going to be getting a bit of a buff this patch. Pom, why the buff, first of all?
So Hou Yi has kind of fallen off since we nerfed him with Mark of the Golden Crow.
Hunters?
He used to have this combo where he could Mark of the Golden Crow, use his 1, and then that would also immediately cause the person to be stunned. Then he had 25% pen, and he could auto-attack and basically kill them. We took away a lot of that power, and we took away a lot of the duration on that. And since then, we've seen Hou Yi players shift into more of a, they're actually using all the rest of the synergies on their kit, and so we just kind of want to highlight that, specifically with Sunbreaker.
Well, Sunbreaker is the one that's going to get changed here, and it's going to be, now slows all targets inside the area by 20% for 0.5 seconds.
That's pretty good.
Every hit.
Yes.
But not only that, it's also going to increase the slow on targets marked by the Golden Crow from 20% to 40%. And it's also going to increase the duration from 0.25 seconds to 0.5 seconds of those marked by the Golden Crow as well.
So he now has more team fight presence, and
Yeah,
also
I'm
if he's in a
slow to
1v1
his ult.
scenario, he
Good
can actually
action.
really lock that person down with a 40%
I don't think it's going to
slow.
change much because the ult
Next
isn't
up
the
on list
problem.
is
But
Carly, and these are going to be some general bug fixes for her. First of all, fixing an issue where Carly would be stuck without the ability to select her passive target. And also, Carly's passive will no longer automatically switch away from a target who is disconnected.
Yeah, so this, I kind of want to focus on the second one a bit. That one was basically if you were Kali and you picked your target, it would show who you picked to the other team, and the other person could actually disconnect very quickly and reconnect, and it would pick a whole new target. So it kind of negated the whole purpose of what we did, which we wanted Kali players to be able to pick their target. We also wanted the team to kind of have to deal with that, and they could negate it. And so after looking at various fixes that we had, the best one we came up with was we want to make sure that players don't abuse case this, and we also want to make sure Kali players don't feel like they got gypped. And so the big thing is we are going to make it so that specifically if Kali player picks someone, they disconnect, they will actually be still targeted.
Right.
So essentially the idea is that if you pick a target, they disconnect, it will stay on them. You're still in a 4v5 scenario, so it's not like they can actually abuse case this to stop you from getting your passive. So that was kind of like the best middle ground we had, because any other solution had other abuse cases that could come up.
Okay. Next up on the list is Cool Khan. A little buff for Cool Khan. I'll read it out
What are they
first.
doing,
Pom
Kuko?
can tell us all about why.
Yeah. So Koken, he is a character, especially Slipstream. We have a lot of feedback on Slipstream as this is an ability that felt lackluster. It didn't feel like it contributed to his kit. It was often expensive, so you often skipped ranking it up. It didn't feel like it could help you in escape, and so we've taken a lot of that feedback and we've kind of changed how Slipstream works. So now that instead of getting the movement speed flat for the duration, you get a ton up front and then it decays. So
What?
you move very, very fast
much
and then
does
it
it
decays
decay?
off slowly. So you can actually use it in reactive time
80%?
and we reduce the mana cost.
So it's going to increase the
80%?
Slipstream's movement speed from 20 scaling up to 40%. It's now going to be 40% scaling up to 80%. But the movement speed
80%.
now decays over the duration of the skill. Koken is running in a straight line. He should move about the same distance with this movement speed buff, but he will be much faster at the start, seems to be the idea.
Yep.
And also the mana cost has been reduced from 85 at all ranks to 65 at all ranks as
Interesting.
well.
I can't
Yeah,
wait to
so
see
you're more
that
likely to
in
actually
game.
pick this up as maybe your 4th level after you get like your rank 2 a tornado instead of skipping it altogether, because it actually will provide you a lot of escape potential.
Next up on the list is going to be Neath as well. Now, these are just some general changes. Excuse me. Made the weaves of Book and Neath and Scarlet Dangerfield easier to tell if they are friendly or enemy weaves. And we've also fixed an issue where certain Neath skins were playing audio from other Neath skins.
Yeah, they were crossing over. Maybe like they were just like decided they wanted to cosplay as each other, but we fixed it.
Could we just not put the skins together into a sort of cosplay mesh? Would that be possible in the future?
Like every time you respawn, it's just a different skin.
Now you're going to get Reddit threads about people asking for
And there we go. We did it.
Now Chuck's going to be angry with you, and that's not my fault. Just saying. Next up, Susano.
So Susano is back on the list.
Pom-Pom. Susano is back on the radar and back on the list for this week. Pom-Pom, we just nerfed him. What are we changing?
So Susano, we took away a lot of the
dude.
frustration factors that players had. Especially the instant knockup was the big one. That gave Susano a very quick control ability that often had very little counterplay associated with it, and players just felt like they'd get hit by it, they get comboed, and they die, and they didn't feel like they had a good recourse. And so when we removed that, as well as made some timing changes to abilities, we saw his frustration factor drop a lot with players, but we also saw him drop a lot in just performance in general. So we're also looking at him very closely to make sure that we bring back some of the power that we took away, and also looked at some of the things that we changed
to me, bros.
trying to avoid frustration and see which ones actually mattered. One of the big ones we got was the pre-fire time on the one.
Yeah.
Players didn't still feel like they could play around it too much.
I
And
literally said this
really
the other day when I was playing
Susano
Arena.
players.
I was like,
So
just
we're
take
bringing
away
that
this
back, we're
bullshit
reverting that
slow
change,
on ability.
And we're also
on
doing
the
a little
one.
bit more to the ultimate to help him have a little bit more control in fights.
So just to check, the Storm Qatar reverted the pre-fire charge from Storm Qatar's first hit from 0.4 seconds to 0.1 second.
Susano's going to get played again, boys and
now
girls.
changes visual and will knock up enemies after charging for 1 second as well.
Yep. So if you're a Susano player, you can get that knockup quicker, but you also still have a second to charge up.
Congrats
So
on
that
the
players can
roster
actually choose
change.
to react
I'm
to it
glad you and
appropriately.
Stealth are
And
playing
also we removed
together.
the clunkiness that was
Thanks,
kind of
leader.
added that players were feeling with the one.
Well, a lot of the people who love Susano hopefully will be happy
Susano's
with that change.
back,
and
boys.
keep an eye on him going forward.
Susano's back,
So
boys.
Too. On top of that, Terra is
Ah,
next up, and
you're
that's going
so
to be
funny.
Monolith. Now, this is a good change, I feel, personally. We'll see how it does overall. Can now be destroyed by players using 3 basic abilities.
Yeah, so
I'm so ready,
basic
bros.
attacks. So if you're
Susano's
Terra,
back.
right, you can throw that heal out. It's a healing field for your team. Enemy team can't walk there. It's a huge zoning potential, and it can immediately turn into like a root effect and a damage field. And so enemy teams, once it was out, they kind of just had to deal with it. Now they can deal with it more appropriately by basic attacking and destroying it. So if you throw out this monolith, players can actually then attack it and get rid of it. So you have to choose, do you want to turn it to the damage field? Maybe you have to place it a little bit more conservatively or with your team instead. And so it'll change how Terra players play and also give teams more opportunities to play against Terra.
What are they
Very smart change. We're still
doing?
monitoring her, by the way, just as she goes forward, because obviously we've seen a lot of bans towards her. in the
Yeah,
past.
just overall, I mean, we've seen her kind of move in and out, and seen people like really think that she's really good, or people think that she's not as good, and we've seen that happen very
That needs
quickly.
to be like
So we're just gonna keep
6
an eye on her and
or
see if we
8
want to do
autos,
anything else
not
in the future.
3.
And the final god to be balanced in this patch is going to be Jabalonke.
Yeah.
And Jabalonke is going to get a little bit of a change for you, so I'm just going to read this up because we're covering at the bottom. I apologize, but it's going to be Branching Bowler. Reduced mana cost from 8 to 16 is now going to be 6, scaling up to 14. And we've also reduced the mana cost of his poison darts as well. It used to be 70 to 90. It's going to be 60 to 80 now instead.
So the whole goal here is just give Xbalanque a little bit more mana to play with. He'll still burn through his mana very quickly. Like if he leaves his one on and he uses all of his ability and dumps it, he's still going to burn through mana. But we want players who are using these intelligently to feel like they have a little bit more wiggle room to make sure that they can activate one when they want to go in. They can use their 2 and 1 a little bit more to clear the wave early on, and just give him a little bit more options there.
Awesome. And there's your Jabalonke, and that's all the items and god balance that we're going to be seeing this patch. But that's not all we've got this patch. No, sirree. We've also
There's
got
more.
to come back to Fishman, AJ, and Chuck, because we're going to be going straight into discussion about Toth. Or Fishman, is it Thoth, or is it Thoof, or is it Tooth, or...
So as best we could determine, since this is an archaic language, it should be pronounced Thoth or potentially Tote. But really, yeah. So
Okay.
really, no one.
No one knows.
he's not a
Egyptian's
shoulder
not a
bag.
living language, so if you want to
Yeah.
say Thoth, you want to say Toth,
I'm saying Toth.
you go right ahead.
I say Thoth. You say Toth.
I like
Potato.
Thoth. I think
Potato.
that's a reasonable.
You guys
Tote.
choose at home. Let's have a look at what Toth or Thoth looks like
Or Tote.
on his card art right now, and what a handsome
Oh, yeah.
birdman he is.
Pretty Birdman.
Tell me a little bit, Fishman, about this guy's lore.
Sure. So, Thoth is kind of Ra's right-hand man. Ra has one of his eyes abandoned him. It's one of his daughters. She turns into a monstrous lion and goes and eats people and drinks their blood and causes a commotion. So Ra sends Thoth to go bring her back. And he does. She doesn't want to come back, but he kind of persuades her, and she comes back, and everybody's happy again. And so as a reward, Ra sets him up in the underworld as like his man in the underworld, where he kind of helps evaluate people's souls when they pass into the afterlife. He also is known for having his book, which is supposed to be so powerful that if anyone reads it, they'll become one of the most powerful magicians in the world. But the stories of that are more about the trouble that befell them, because those kind of powers are meant for the gods, not mere mortals.
Well, you guys have all been reading the book for quite a while right now, and you can now play as Toth with his book.
Awesome!
All
Look at the
in
book.
The game.
Oh, that's
Fishman,
fucking
tell me
dope.
about this god's passive.
Okay, so his passive is kind of related to his book.
Actually, before we do that, I suggest we probably should say what kind of role he's going to be going into. What are we aiming for?
That's what I
one?
thought, but if you want to talk about the passive, I'll talk
I was
about
so
whatever
excited about the book, man.
you want to
So
talk about.
excited.
The book is just too good.
Yeah.
I think chat wants to hear his laugh, actually.
Oh, we'll get there.
We will in due time. In due time. We have a lot of mages in Smite, so when we make another mage in particular, obviously any new god, but when we make a mage in particular, we kind of want a unique twist. And so Thoth's role is he's kind of a long distance spellcaster.
Bro, look at his
relatively high
walking.
damage, low CC, and he's good because of those combinations.
He looks awesome.
At securing objectives in particular.
Okay. So,
And,
let's go into
I don't
the
know why
passive
that
now.
walking was so cool.
I
apologize for that.
It's so
Jumping a little bit
satisfying,
to
bro.
the book. That was all.
Yeah, so obviously in kind of a nod to the Book of Thoth, his passive is as he's learning the weaknesses of his opponents and writing them down into his book, the dead book, if you will, he is building stacks for getting kills, just like you would with the Book of Thoth. So if he gets 30 kills, minion, jungle monster, god, then he gets a stack of magical penetration, 4 magical penetration. He can originally only have 1 stack, but then as he gains levels, every 4 levels, he unlocks a new chapter, if you will, of another 30 kills, which can then give him another stack.
Okay.
So by level 17, he caps out at 20 total magical penetration, just from his passive.
So it's just like stacking a Book of Toth, basically.
That's right, except it unlocks how
That's
high he can stack it
awesome.
as he levels up.
As he levels. And the max he can get is 20 penetration.
That's right, which is 5
That's-
stacks.
You're going to be building stacks on this god.
Stacks and stacks.
Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
Yo, dog, I heard you like stacks.
Yes, so we put stacks on your stacks.
So you can stack while you stack.
So you can stack while you stack.
Yes.
This is what
You can actually get a stack of stacks.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's a double stacking
Yeah.
ability in itself. It's beautiful.
And that's without Book of Thoth.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and get Warlocks while you're at it.
So the passive Dead Reckoning, it will give you 20 pen as you max it out over the course of a game. You can get those stacks from killing enemy gods, killing creatures in the jungle, killing jungle buffs like Gold Fury and Fire Giant, and also minion waves as well. So right from the beginning of the game, you can start earning penetration as you play.
That's right.
Perfect. What's the one then?
Okay, so when you're trying to kill these gods and get your stacks,
You want to deal damage?
sure, absolutely. Most mages do. So this is kind of somewhere in between 2 ideas we already have in the game, which is Isis's Wing Gust, where she throws out multiple projectiles,
Yep.
and kind of a Medusa Viper Shot, where you get to control those projectiles by using your in-hand attack. Now, the reason it's a hybrid is because it doesn't do basic attack damage. It will not. It's not based on your attack speed.
Yeah.
It will not proc basic attack items. You just use that to control it. It replaces your basic attack.
Okay.
It doesn't damage towers either. But you get 3 of those to fire out. You can cast it. You have as long as you want. You can fire those whenever you need them. It will not go on cooldown until all of them have been fired. And then it also has some interactivity with his 3 when we get there.
So you're telling me I can fire 2 of them at like a harpy camp and then save 1 for a fight that maybe happen after?
You absolutely can.
Okay, cool. So
And
you
they
don't have
are
to be sure.
abilities. They're controlled by the basic attack, but he is in no way a mage ADC
That's right.
with his ability. This is ability.
And this is called Hieroglyphic Assault, I believe.
That's correct.
I mean, he does fire hieroglyphs and they do assault you, so it kind of makes perfect sense.
He's going to do a lot of reading and writing and creating of hieroglyphs in his kit. That's a good, strong theme for this god.
Well, following up on that then, AJ, you should tell me a little bit about his second ability in this game.
Yeah, so ability 2, Evade and Punish. This is one we've been experimenting with on a lot of different gods in development, but we haven't brought it to the game in a while. This is an 8-way dash. So we've tried this 8-way dash a couple times. We really found out in our testing that it works best on ranged characters. So we're like, oh, we're going to make this long-range nuker mage. This is the perfect ability for him. So he essentially has, similar to Rom, 8-way dash, and after dashing, he goes into this stance with his like scribe finger, and then he can shoot. His next left click will shoot a
awesome.
projectile that is going to pierce through targets, deal damage, and slow.
Deal damage and slow.
This slow is the only CC on his kit.
That's right.
Okay.
No hard CC. He just has the soft CC of this slow. So
That is
When you say
awesome.
it penetrates as well.
I think that's so
Penetrates
cool.
through
You can make
multiple
plays with that.
gods
it's
as
going to go
well?
through all targets, minions and gods, and hit everybody in the line.
Can you hit
That is
towers with
awesome.
that or not? His class is an auto.
Also abilities. He is all ability based except for his basic attacks.
Nice, sorry.
All of these abilities work like abilities.
That's a lot of archers.
That is a lot of archers.
You would
Oh.
die to a wave like that.
But look at all the stacks we get.
Stacks
So
on stacks.
this is another interesting one is you can activate the 1 while you have the 2 active. It always fires the 2 first. So if you happen to have both, you'll shoot the 2, then you can start shooting the 1. So you can really queue up his abilities in interesting ways.
So you can combo
And,
them a little bit.
We'll see this twisted a little bit more here when Fish explains ability 3, which is the real kicker unique thing to this kit.
Well, at the moment, what I can tell with this Pompon, it doesn't seem very long range, which you said it was.
We're getting there.
So
You're not wrong, but you are wrong.
what's ability 3 then?
Okay, so ability 3 is his Glyph of Pain. This is kind of the twist, as AJ was setting me up for. So what this does, if you pass through it, if your enemies pass through it, if your allies pass through it, doesn't do anything. It's kind of a lens. If he fires his abilities through it, however, it extends their range by an additional 30. So
there's
they're
a blue version?
55,
Wow.
85. That's where he gets his range. He uses this to set up his 1, his 2, and his ultimate.
This is
on his
so
2, it affects both the
interesting,
dash
dude.
and the projectile after. It affects all of the shots of his 1. It affects his ultimate.
So-
Go ahead.
It increases the dash range as well there?
It does. It increases the range of any of his abilities. Also, for both himself and allies, it increases the damage of basic attacks that are fired through. Although it does not increase the range of the basic attacks, and it increases the damage on anything that are on his abilities and his basic
Bro,
attacks.
this is
and then
awesome.
as well as his allies.
This is one of the
basic
coolest
attacks.
kits they've made in a
ability
long
range,
time.
auto attacks of other teammates will not increase the range.
It will not increase the range, but it will increase their damage.
Gotcha. So it doesn't increase damage if you fire through this. So if you do see a top on your team, you can abuse that situation.
So if everybody's coming up to hammer a tower,
You use your 2 to get away, you put your lens down, and then you plink at him from a safe distance.
Or if you're aggressing a tower, you put the lens down right in front of
the
it,
tower, and
so
everybody
all of your
just-
allies are essentially forced to shoot through it, and they're
That's
going to be
right.
dealing increased basic attack damage. So, yeah, increased range on abilities, increased damage on basics.
Well, I guess we
This
should move
is,
on then
yeah,
to,
easily
the
one of the coolest
final
kits I've
thing
ever seen in
this
Smite.
God's kit. It's something everybody always looks forward to is what the ultimate is going to be. And the ultimate is called, AJ?
Final Judgment.
That sounds pretty scary.
Yeah, so we're sticking with this theme of this, Judger of Dead Souls. This is another one we've been wanting to do for a while.
That
This is a
charge
true
time
charge
is
up
so
ability, which
long.
we tried a couple times in development, but hadn't really got there before. But this time we really went all the way with it.
I see a problem.
As you can see, it's got a long range already. It's gonna get even longer if you use the use
No
the glyph
way.
to amplify it.
I know
And
what Twitch is going to be saying, AJ, right now.
What are they saying?
Where's the CC immunity?
There is no CC immunity on this.
How the hell are you going to use that skill?
Well, you gotta time it. You gotta be in good position. And the thing is,
No,
it
that
does,
needs
also
CC
does not go
immunity.
on cooldown unless you fire it. So you can charge it and cancel it. If you don't think it's a good time or you didn't quite get
Oh,
your
you
timing
can
right, you can try
bait.
again. It'll only go on cooldown if you fire
You
it.
can bait that.
So
oh
that's
my
why it also
god.
doesn't need CC immunity because you can be charging it and you can
Does it
get
go through
stunned
walls?
out of firing it at the time you wanted, and that's
It goes
just
through
gonna-
walls,
You
right?
can also bait people with it as well, right?
You can.
So like they're going to charge you and you're like,
gosh.
oh, no, I'm
He
only
kind of-
kidding. I'm only
he
joking.
kind of does a yell. It's like Macho Man meets Skyrim.
You can bait.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
the final judgment
Oh my
of the
gosh.
bird
It's just like a Merkle, but
if you put
fuck ton of damage.
the glyph of pain, it will go even further.
Yeah, let's see that again real quick. with
It goes
the,
through
So
walls.
you cannot use any
Okay,
other abilities
good.
while
Good to know.
charging the ultimate either.
But other abilities, the 1 and the 2, you can place the lens after you're already in that stance. The ultimate, however, you're locked in.
Yeah, so this one's you're locked in. The 1, 2, and 3, lots of interactions between. The ultimate you got to set up before you fire it.
And the ultimate, it's
Yeah,
it's very
this skill
strong,
cap
it's
on this
very
god
long
is
charge
gonna
up
be
time.
next level. Like you're
You'll
gonna have
see
to
as
be
these
very
light
good.
up, that's indicating how much damage it's going to do. You need to get all 3 of those corners lit up for the maximum amount of damage.
But
Then
you
there's
can fire it earlier.
you can fire it early,
left, right.
and you'll see actually only
Oh,
the 2 in the
wow.
projectile.
You
See,
do
that's the
less
weakest
damage.
version. There's
Gotcha.
actually 4 versions of this projectile. There's just the triangle, there's 1 orb, 2 orbs, and 3.
So he really feels like an artillery mage more than anything else. He's going to
That's
push
awesome.
the backside and deal damage, but it does look like he's susceptible to getting caught.
That's exactly right. Is he's all about controlling the battle from afar. If he gets ganked, if he gets set up on where he is now, He has very little lockdown to keep himself away. He's got the 1 escape. It doesn't go all that far unless he takes the time to set it up with his 3, which is a little bit harder to access than some of the other mages.
Extremely high skill cap
so
on this
he
guy.
does suffer if he doesn't have someone to set up for him.
Well, and that's 2 abilities you have to use.
That's
to
right.
really
Yeah, this
get
is
your
an
full
MLC
escape
type
potential.
god.
Definitely want to pair him with a good setup Guardian Warrior.
Obviously, we can't see the cooldowns on this right now, but I'm a little bit concerned about this. Like, the fact that the fights in Smite move so quickly across the map sometimes. That cooldown on that, what is that cooldown on the 3, obviously? Because that's very important to his kit, it seems.
Absolutely. So the other abilities have relatively standard cooldowns. His 3 is relatively low mana cost, low cooldown, since it doesn't do anything by itself. So that as the battle shifts, you can kind of adjust it to match the changing battlefield.
So it does have a lower cooldown just to allow you
right.
to replace it.
Definitely.
And a long duration. It lasts for 8 seconds, and its cooldown is less than that. Specifically so, you can
Why
put
don't
it
we
where
just turn
you
off
need
cooldown?
That makes sense, because otherwise he would really struggle, I feel, overall. So
There you go.
Artillery
Oh, it's
Mage
5
is gonna be
seconds or
looks
6
fantastic
seconds.
too. He does obviously come with a voice pack, so he should have a little listen.
You took a page right out
Most
of
of
my
his lines kind of dry, a little
I wrote
scholarly.
the book on victory.
When we get to his
Only
last
auto, Starkey. Range on abilities,
We'll
damage
get to
on
the laugh
autos.
at the end.
Attack left lane. Defend middle lane. Time to pin your name in the book of the dead. Your day of judgment is at hand. It is not wise to stand against the judge of the damned. A lover once gave me an ultimatum. Either the books go or I do. Sometimes I think of her when I acquire a but I have only my shelf to blame.
Oh, shelf. That's a good
One
one.
book says to another, "You look a little thinner." Second book says, "Thanks, I had my appendix removed."
Oh.
These jokes are
All right,
bad.
let's laugh.
So bad.
Oh, no.
That is gonna be AIDS.
Yes.
Oh, no.
It has returned.
We couldn't disappoint
No.
his patron Ra.
It's almost more like he's saying rah 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 rah. There's some cause in there too.
It's like a what does the fox say?
I've just got... Listen, guys, don't do this at home, right? But I've just got the opinion of having Toth in game with a Ra at the same time.
Oh yeah.
And then just
And the Hebo skin, dude.
Throw Rama in there as well.
Oh,
and
we
just let them
absolutely
spam.
did that in
It's a
playtest.
good thing we
Oh,
added
no.
that mute button for enemy laughs and taunts, right? If you, or allies, if you need to. Someone having a little too much fun.
Yeah, Minnie's gonna
Is this
spam
a
this.
what does the thoth say joke? Is that what's happening
Yeah,
here?
a little bit. Yeah, maybe. No, we wanted to pair him with Raw. They're bros, and so they got the great laugh bros.
What's your favorite thing about this skin then, boys, as we go through it? Obviously, actually, we should talk to you first of all, Chuck, because we've not really mentioned about the design of this god whatsoever. Like, how difficult was he to implement in terms of art?
Well, the particular challenge of Thoth was that we have Ra, who is also an Egyptian bird god mage.
Yes.
So we had to make a large amount of very conscious decisions in order to differentiate Thoth and Ra. He also has this ibis head, which when attached to a human body, it just resulted in some really kind of bizarre looking stuff. So, figuring out a design for the headdress and a color scheme that was very different from Ra, and giving him, his whole color scheme on the character, and now we're on the skin, so it's kind of making it.
His walk is awesome.
Obviously, it's the same
His
sword.
whole
And
everything
the
about this
trick
god is
was
really
that,
cool.
generally we have our more mystic characters be floaters, but we didn't really want him to be a floater because Ra is a floater, and again, it would make them have too similar of an appearance. So the animation guys came up with this concept of having him walk on this sort of hieroglyphic ground, because the slow walk really makes him look scholarly and kind of pensive,
teacher-esque.
Because really gods in Smite move at a pretty good clip, right?
They do.
So this way we were able to give him a slow walk where he looks very methodical and well thought out.
Can we see his com walk?
Just shoot something.
Combat then walk.
Combat
Yeah,
walk?
basic attack
There
then
we go.
walk. Yeah, with his book out.
And it was actually a bunch of work between the animation guys and the effects guys to kind of get these hieroglyphs that come up, magically appear under his feet as he's walking, and kind of support him. So that was kind of neat.
Now for you guys-
And actually, as it turns out, making a book with pages that turn takes a lot of bones and is really expensive and kind of a giant pain in the butt. But
Especially
we
when
really
heavy
wanted to
auto-attack
commit
too.
to it here.
Yeah. I
And
really
we
like
wanted
what
to
we
use
did.
it as much as we could.
The hieroglyphs.
What we did with the hieroglyphs and also his like writing finger. You know, he's reading
They
and
can do
writing
so
a lot.
much
So
with
this
this
is one
skin,
thing I
too.
believe Chuck or some of the artists came up with earlier in his design, where he's like, we'll kind of have him have these like, you know, magic writing, scribing hands he could do to create his spells and stuff, and pulling things out of his book.
Yeah.
I think that just really worked out really well
The
together.
interaction with his book is fantastic.
Yeah, pulling stuff out of the book and writing things in midair.
This is
and
easily
having him
one of the
kind
best
bring up that
standard
magical
skins
control panel
and
for the
kits
ultimate, where
in
he's
Smite.
kind of piecing together all of these.
No matter how bad or damage and
glyphs.
stuff like that is at first, even if the god's not good,
So
the kit
yeah,
is the
it
most
was
unique,
neat because
coolest skin
I
in
really
Smite.
feel like the abilities and all the stuff that we did really came together into like a single cohesive concept, which all of the art around the character supports. So.
And I will say some of the audio is not final yet. We have some placeholders and some early versions. There's some like musical tracks on here that are not going to be playing on his final iteration.
And this is Sanguine Scribe Toth, by the way. This is the recolor skin that you'll be able to purchase as well during this patch. Just an additional skin for you. Why not, you know?
So many.
We gave you some options this week. Yep. Thanks, Bob. And that is all we have on the show. But do we have any Q&A today?
Yeah.
We do have time for Q&A?
That's it. I'm not doing their Q&A. We saw the new god. We saw the changes. Susano's back. Kukulkan's interesting. Some items have changed. New hunters are going to be in the meta. Thoth has the best skin, like basic skin in Smite. The best basic skin in Smite. And easily, to me, the most unique kit ever in Smite. If not the most, really up there, top 2, maybe 3. I would say top fucking kit ever. Yeah, the skins are okay. None of the skins were bad. I think this was probably one of Hi-Res's best patches ever. I love Hi-Res. Good shit. Dr. Blue Thunder, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Week Nation. I'm actually ending the stream, so thank you very much. Good way to end the stream. I got to go get some food before scrims. It's 5 o'clock. I have scrims at like 7. So I will see you all tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. I got to study, so I might study a little bit and then jump on. Have a good night, guys. Good evening. I'll see you later. Go watch whatever you want to watch. Patch notes over. Go watch someone play Smite, and I'll see you later. Have a good night, guys.
Sacred stone. Oh, this you crazy mother.